Great. Now you're very good, you see. With every lesson, you learn more and more, and we're really making progress. So keep practicing, and I'll see you again in the next lesson. So take care. Bye.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Let's Talk, the evening discussion program with our two commentators, Tom and Marie.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
What have you got in your hand, Tom?
Well, I bought a lottery ticket on my way here to the studio. I thought I'd try my luck. You know, the first prize is £20 million at the moment.
Ooh, quite a penny or two. And what would you do if you won £20 million?
Well, I think the first thing I would do would be to set off to the Caribbean to veg out for a couple of weeks, just to give myself time to think about what to do next.
Any ideas at all?
Well, I'd certainly want to have a good time just after winning anyway, but I wouldn't fritter away all the money on parties and things.
Sounds sensible. And you, Marie, if you won £20 million, what would you do?
What I'd love to do is start up my own business. I wouldn't want to stop working altogether, but I'd really want to be my own boss for a change.
Oh, what sort of business would you get into?
I think I'd buy a big country house and convert it into a hotel. Not too big a place, I guess. I might not have enough money.
Would you give some of your winnings away?
But, of course, I'd give some to my relatives, my sister anyway, and my mum and dad too. I don't know about the others. I certainly wouldn't skimp on Christmas presents anymore.
Well, I'd donate some to charities, some to AIDS charities that work in Africa, and some to cancer research. I'd invest some of it pretty soon after winning to make sure I didn't spend it all.
Do you think all that money would bring any problems?
Well, I've heard you get a lot of letters from people begging for money. I wouldn't be too keen on that.
I guess you may suddenly find yourself surrounded by lots of new friends, or some old ones may show up again too. Am I being too cynical?
No, Tom. I think you're right. And lots of people would try to give you advice on how to invest the money. You'd have to be really careful about who you trusted. Winning huge amounts of money can destroy people's lives if they can't handle the changes all that money brings.
That's true. And aren't state lotteries just another form of taxation? An unfair, hidden form of taxation. Poorer people spend lots of money buying tickets with very little chance of winning. I don't think government should be involved in selling dreams through lotteries.
Well, maybe you're right, Eric. Lotteries sell illusions. But tonight, I want a dream.
Okay, Tom, keep on dreaming them. Good luck for the draw. And goodbye to you and Marie.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Would you like to win £20 million? Well, think about it. And we'll see you again next time for another discussion of Let's Talk. Well, what would you do with £20 million? Would you set off for the Caribbean, like Tom? We say set off for a destination. This means to start a journey. He would veg out for a few weeks to think. To veg out means to relax completely. It's an informal expression. It would be a shame to fritter away the money. To fritter away means to waste. If you fritter away money, you spend it on useless things. Would you keep on working? To keep on doing something means to continue doing something. So, keep on working means continue working. Or would you stop working altogether? If you stop doing something altogether, it means you stop completely. I would start up my own business like Marie. To start up means to create. To start up a business means you create a new business. I'd like to be my own boss. This means work for myself. Are you your own boss, or do you work for someone? Would you like to start up a business? What would you get into? To get into something means become involved in something. I'd probably start up a record shop. I'd like to get into the music business. I'd probably donate some money to charity. Donate to charity means give to charity. Would you donate any of your winnings? Your winnings is the money you win. I guess, though, unexpected people may show up if you suddenly won so much money. To show up means to arrive. And as Marie said, lots of people may start begging for money. When you beg for something, you ask for it desperately. Perhaps I'll try my luck and buy a ticket too. See you next week, or if you don't see me, then it means I've won. Bye.
Good morning from Cooking Today. Here we are with Lisa French, our expert homemaker. How are you, Lisa?
I'm fine, thanks. Hello, everybody, and welcome to my home.
I wonder what you'll talk about today.
An interesting theme, preserves.
This reminds me of my granny. So what kind of preserves are there?
There are plenty. Jams, jellies, conserves, marmalade, syrups, candies, sauces. You see, you can preserve almost anything.
Even meat?
Of course, meat, poultry and fish.
What's your favourite preserve?
I have a strong preference for chili sauce. On the whole, I find sweet and sour food particularly tempting.
I don't really fancy the two flavours together. As they say, differences are the spice of life. Anyway, what are the actual ingredients for chili sauce?
Tomatoes, peeled and sliced in chunks, chopped celery, ground onion, green peppers, a cinnamon stick, chili, mustard, brown sugar and vinegar. That's all.
And meat, I suppose.
You're right, mince meat. I adore chili.
I'm curious about vegetable canning. What's the right procedure?
That's easy. Once you've grasped the basic rules, it's quite simple. All you have to do is heat the food in sealed jars.
So simple.
Well, you must sterilise containers and lids before canning.
Now, this may seem like a stupid question, but heating is important, isn't it?
Of course. The heat destroys the bad bacteria, so you can enjoy your preserves all year round.
Great. And now, what about canned tomatoes? They used to be popular in summer when I was young.
Yes, for this preparation, dip tomatoes in boiling water first.
Why?
To loosen skin. Dip quickly in cold water, then peel them.
And once peeled, what else?
Cut out stem ends and quarter them.
And you boil them again, don't you?
Right. First you add salt and basil, then pack tomatoes into hot jars. Don't forget to close the lids well.
Fantastic. And now, how do you make, let's see, jellies?
Oh, I have a pretty good mint jelly recipe. You combine water, vinegar, mint and sugar in a large saucepan and bring to a boil. Then add fruit pectin.
How long should it cook?
Heat to a full rolling boil and boil hard for 1 minute.
Then what?
Just remove the leaves and pour into hot jars. Then seal with paraffin. It's easy.
This sounds much easier than I thought. I'll try it. Thank you, Lisa, for your fantastic tips on preserves. And I'm looking forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you. You're always welcome in my home.
Let's look at the language of the dialogue. A preserve is one of the various methods to store food for a long time, such as canning, drying, bottling, freezing, and so on. Lisa gave examples of food preserves. Jam comes from cooking fruit with sugar. Notice that jam is also used when you're stuck in one place in a traffic jam. Jelly is food made from gelatin. Well, not only food. Even your legs can be wobbly like jelly when you're afraid. Marmalade is jam made from oranges, while conserve is jam containing large pieces of fruit. Syrup is made from fruit pulp, sugar, and water. And candy is fruit cut into small pieces and boiled with sugar and dried. In the US, candy means sweets in general. And finally, a sauce is made from fruit or vegetables boiled into a thick liquid. The adjective saucy is used to mean also impertinent person. When you make preserves, make sure you have sterilized jars and check if the lids are well sealed. Canning is also used to mean the same technique, but a can is made of metal. Lisa said that sweet and sour is her favorite flavor. This is typical of Chinese cooking, where dishes can be sweet and sharp due to the addition of vinegar. Then, talking about food preparation, Lisa used chop, which means to cut into small pieces or chunks. Slice, that is, cutting into flat pieces. Grind, which means to cut into fine powder, as with coffee and pepper. And quarter, cutting into quarters, for example, an apple or a tomato. Then, regarding boiling, we say bring to a boil, or to a full rolling boil, or boil hard. I finished for today. Look after yourselves. Bye.
Hello again, and welcome back to English Today. And this is DVD 19 and the second DVD of your advanced level. And in this DVD, we'll start with another 2 episodes of our story, That's Life. And then after, we'll look at our special TV programs. There'll be a discussion about winning the lottery. And then, in the cookery section, we'll learn how to make preserves. To follow, in the grammar section, we'll look at the language we use for making arrangements with people. And then we'll study some special question forms. So, I hope you have fun. Hi again, and congratulations, because if you're still listening now, it means you've been studying hard, and that's fantastic. Now, in this lesson, we're going to look at the language of making arrangements. Making arrangements to meet people. And we have a surprise for you, because we're going to meet Anne and her friends again. We're going to go back to her house, and it's the end of the summer, and Anne's come home to a dirty house. She finds a couple of surprises. Let's go and see what surprises are waiting for her.
Here we are, home sweet home. I would have preferred to stay away just a little bit longer. Oh my God, look at the mess. Look at this place, and look at the dust. Oh, I don't even know where I'm going to begin. Calm down, Anne. One thing at a time. Let's just have a look at the post to start with. Electricity bill, heating bill, telephone bill. I can't believe there are only bills to pay. I'll open them later. Coming home from holiday is stressful enough as it is. Oh, here's a letter from Sharon. Let's see what she has to say. I'll tidy up later. Dear Anne, I would have preferred to say goodbye in person, but you had already left for your trip to Italy. Speaking of which, did you enjoy yourself? Unfortunately, things between me and Jack just haven't worked out. Maybe we rushed everything. Maybe memories